Hey Josh, what's up, man? Let me know if you can hear this all right. I've got a damn glare on my head. I don't know what's up with that. Thank you, Tim. How's life on the farm up there, Josh? Hey, Colin, how you doing, buddy? Canadian Jim, what's up, buddy? I'll give us a few minutes and then try to get some people in here tonight, and then I'll go through tonight's topic. And I was telling Terry earlier what I was going to talk about tonight, and she said, well, you're going to lose all your subscribers now. And I'm like, well, I never intended for this to get political, but every night it turns political anyway. So I figured I'd just start off with the politics tonight and go from there. So, yeah. Man, Josh, I ain't did no fishing, and goddamn, it's been over a year now. I need to get back on the water, man. I'll tell you, it's been a long time. Especially for me. I mean, I used to fish every day of the week, every day of the year.
Snow on the ground.
I hear you, Tim. That's the way we are here in Indiana. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure Josh is a Trump fan. If not, I know he's a patriot. So, I know. So, all right.
I can't.
Well,
I can't find my key.
Well, take mine. The old lady lost her car key again. She can't go to work. Now she got to take my key because I don't want to stay in here tonight.
Bite my ass.
Hell yeah, Josh. So yeah, it's been let's see, this is Wednesday. It's been a crazy week already, man. I mean, it's just crazy out there. They're protesting in Louisville now. That's like 100 miles from us. And I'll be so glad when this damn Chinese disease and these protests are over with. I'm like, God, I'm tired of all of it. But my no smoking is working pretty good. I'm down to 8 or 9 cigarettes a day, which I've never smoked that few in my life. I just wish I could get it to go beyond that, lower than that. I'm having a hard problem getting it lower than 8 or 9 a day.
But I told you what you got to do.
But
when you want one, don't smoke. Willpower.
Yeah, I know, Colin. At Northern Virginia, them's all
Bye.
Them's all Yankees and liberals up there.
Bye, everybody.
Later. Josh said later, Terry. Yeah, even back in the 70s when the late 70s, early 80s, when I lived in Hampton, Northern Virginia was all liberal then anyway. So, I don't know. So, how many we got in here? We got 11 people. Let's try to get 15 in here and then I'll start talking. I made about 3 gallons of chili today. 3 or 4 gallons, I don't know. It turned out really good. I really enjoyed it. And then we did a video on Sunday, but Terry hasn't uploaded it yet. She hasn't worked on it. I did something different, especially for me. And I try working with some new ingredients for me, and didn't know how it'd come out, but I was like, oh man. Brother James, how you doing, buddy? Nice of you to stop by. If y'all want to barbecue anything, go check out Aim 'em and Claim 'em, man. James knows how to do some barbecue. No, Ron, we didn't video the chili today. Terry was in bed and I was just cooked it by myself, and we've got a couple of chili videos on our channel already. So, it's just here's one thing. I just today I thought, man, I want to make some chili today. It's cooling off here, and you can tell I got my field jacket liner on. Of course, I wear a jacket from the 1st of September to the 1st of May anyway. Hell yeah, James. I hear you, buddy. I got 12 in here. Trying to get 3 more people in here. Y'all give me a share or something. Give me 3 more people in here, and I'll start talking about the main theme of tonight's video. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was talking about no smoking. Since I've been on this Chantix stuff, I haven't done anything. I actually, I've only driven the car 3 times. The first couple of weeks I was on this stuff, it made me a nervous wreck, and there was no way I was going to drive. But I've actually driven it, I think 3 times now, maybe 4. But I'm getting better on that. I haven't been anywhere, and cool, Ron. I was in the fire department. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I haven't been anywhere. I haven't been with any people. I just didn't. I don't want to be around people. I don't want to be around noise. I mean, Terry'd say something to me and I'd jump, and I'm like, she's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, man, this damn shit's just freaking me out. Hey, Robert, how you doing, buddy? So I'm getting a little over that. I'm getting better on that. And so I'm planning on going out Friday night with my sister and Terry and whoever else shows up, and we'll go out to the bar that night and see how that goes. That'll pretty much be the first time I've been out in 3 weeks or a month. So, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I just yeah, that Chantix really, when I first started that stuff, man, it really fucked with my head. It really did. And so, but it has helped me cut back on the smoking a lot. So that's a good thing. That was my that's my end goal, is to quit these damn cigarettes. So, and I am eating more now too. I'm actually eating 3 meals a day, and I haven't ate 3 meals a day in forever. But I am now, and so that's another good thing. So, okay, we're up over 15 now. Let's get on to tonight's business. We'll get to the main stuff first. Okay, the reason why I think this year's election is important. Now, these are my views. They're not yours. I don't care what your views are. These are mine. As you probably know, we have an opening in the Supreme Court now. Ginsburg died the other day, and so her seat's open. That means there's 8 people sitting on that bench right now. We've had 9 on the bench, I think, since, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 1869. So we need to fill the seat. And so Trump's going to nominate somebody this weekend. And McConnell said they're going to vote on it. To me, that's the main reason why this election is important, is the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has pretty much been liberal my entire life. I mean, yeah, liberal. And I don't understand why they're all freaking out, because now it's going to turn conservative after 50, 60 years. I'm like, what the hell, man? Hey, Richard. Thanks, guy. So anyways, let's say Trump nominates somebody and they get selected and voted on. So they're going to be another conservative, and that'll be the third Supreme Court justice that Trump put in office in his first 4 years. I mean, I don't know that that's ever been done before. So, if Trump does this and the Senate does this, and they put another justice in there before the election, if Trump and the Senate don't hold their seats, then the Democrats will take over the Senate and the presidency. Uncle Steve, what's up, buddy? If that happens, then the Democrats will, what they call, pack the court, and they'll go from 9 sitting justices to 13 to 15. And so you're going to add another half dozen liberal justices. I really don't want to see that. Not in this country. Not now. We don't need nothing like that. So that's the main reason to me why this election is important. You know, we got to keep the president in there, and we got to maintain the Senate, and hopefully get the House back, because we got to get rid of that idiot Pelosi. Man, she's just a nutcase. Another reason why this year is important is this Green New Deal shit. They want to ban the internal combustion engine. You know, so you can't run your lawnmower, you can't drive your car, you can't fly an airplane. They're going to get rid of all this shit. Okay. When they do that, you're going to get rid of your oil industry, your gas industry, your coal industry. So I guess all these people are going to go and work windmill farms or some shit. I don't know. But even today, that idiot governor in California signed an executive order that as of 2035, you cannot buy any gas-powered cars in California. Well, they can't even keep the electricity on for people to run their house lights now. How you going to charge your car up if you ain't got no electricity? That ain't going to work. And God forbid you got to fly in an airplane that's running on solar power. I don't even want to try that. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of this Green New Deal shit. I just ain't a fan of it. And another reason that I think if the Democrats get in, they're going to take my Second Amendment away. You know, they're going to take my guns away. Well, they're going to try to take my guns away. Let's put it that way. When oh, Ron, he's got his own apartment now. He's over there. When that idiot walked up to that car and shot them 2 cops in LA the other day, if you've seen that video, he clearly walked up there with a handgun in his hand and shot 2 cops in the head. And what did Biden say about that? Biden said, weapons of war have no place on the street. The dude had a handgun. I mean, in World War II, in Vietnam, they used shotguns. So now you can't go bird hunting because you got a weapon of war. I mean, these idiots these are just pure fucking idiots, man. But yeah, they will take our Second Amendment away from us, one way or another. They'll do it. So, yeah, I hear you, Josh. I'm the same way. Yeah. Mitch, I know that reward is up to, it's probably $1 million by now. Last I heard, it was right at 700,000. Yeah, I can't believe somebody hasn't turned him in and got that money. That's just ridiculous. But we'll see. Okay, that was a third reason. Okay, the next reason is free college. We're going to give free college to everybody. Okay, so if you go to school now, you got to pay tuition, you got to buy books, you got to get taught by a professor. Well, that professor's got to be paid. The university has to keep its lights on. If you're not paying any money into it, where the hell is all this money coming from? So not only with your free education, the government's got to pay the light bill for the universities. The government's got to pay the professors. I mean, how's this going to work? You know? And if you're going to give free college to everybody, that means somebody's got to pay for it. And who is that somebody? That's us. That's us. We're not going to raise your taxes, but you're going to have to pay for it. That makes no sense at all. None. So yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm not into this free college shit. You know, nobody gave me no free college, and I never held that against anybody. And so I've been to college in 5 states. So, you know, I always paid for my shit. You know, I'm like, hell, I don't need nobody paying for my shit. Free healthcare, that's another thing. Free healthcare for everybody, even illegal immigrants. You know, you're going to break the law, come to this country, and we're going to take care of you health wise. That's just bullshit and makes no sense whatsoever to me. There again, who's going to pay for all this free health care? Somebody's got to pay for it. The government's going to pay for it, but where does the government get their money? The government gets their money from us, the people. So what the hell, man? It just don't make no sense to me. What's up, GB? Yeah, I don't know. It just makes no sense to me. And the next thing is immigration. They want to tear down Trump's wall, what he's been able to build already. They want to open the borders up for everybody to come in here. You know, most of these politicians, well, a lot of them, live in gated communities. You can't get in because there's a wall around their goddamn house. If it's okay for them, why isn't it okay for our country? That's something that I just never understood. And so, yeah, I'm like, I mean, I could go on. I just jotted down 6 reasons tonight, and I was like, well, I'll see how long YouTube lets me stay on with just this. And so those are my thoughts and my views, and you take it however you want. I know I'm voting Republican, just a straight Republican ticket. No Democrat will ever get my vote again, ever. After what Pelosi and Schumer and Schiff has done this last 3-4 years, I'm like, no, there ain't no way. So, okay, that's it. Now y'all know what a little bit about how I think. Yeah, I know, Colin. They're just too damn radical, man. They're out there just burning shit down, tearing stuff up. I know Seattle's city council just vetoed the mayor, and they're going to defund their police by, I don't know, 50% or some shit. Lay off 100 officers or get rid of 100 officers. You know, so when you call 911, you'd be lucky if a dog catcher shows up to your house because there won't be no cops around. GB, I haven't heard about that yet. I don't know. They've got my GooTube so messed up here that I still can't access my video manager or anything. It's been like that for 2 weeks now. And so I can't respond to comments. I don't know what's going on with it. So it's a total fuck up. I know that. So, but I'm sure they'll have new rules coming anyway. They always do. I wish somebody would invent a program to where we could put a video out and make it the way we used to do when GooTube was still fun, when you could say and do whatever the hell you wanted. Oh, Tom, you missed the main part of it, man. You'll have to go back and rewatch it. You would have liked it too. I know, Colin. That's the same way I feel about my hat that I'm wearing. I don't wear it out in public because I really don't want to be shot. And I mean, this place ain't all that liberal, but you have idiot people out there. And so, you know, I just don't wear it out in public. I don't want to put up with the hassle of it. No, Bob, I got too much what you call baggage for that. Yeah, got way too much baggage. Thank you, Richard, for a super chat. Much appreciated. Yeah, I got too much baggage, and I'm just I'm too old. I know a lot younger than Trump or Biden, but I ain't young enough to run this country. But I could help, though. They let me. I could help. Hey, yeah, Tom, we could do a number on them people, wouldn't we? Mitch, you hit a nerve with me there, girl. You use that word systemic. Nothing pisses me off than that damn word. All you hear about is systemic racism in this country. This country has always been systemic racist. Let me tell you what racist is. If you remember back to 9/11 and those planes hit the towers, they hit the Pentagon, we weren't systemically racist then. We had black men, white men, brown men all go in those buildings and try to pull people out. And they lost their lives. Many of those people were police. Where was all the systemic racism at there? You know? So yeah, that's a term that I call bullshit, and I just don't believe it. I ain't buying into it. And you got to remember, I'll be 65 this year. I'm setting my ways, and I've seen and done a lot of things. I have never been systemically racist. I have never asked anybody to pay for my goddamn education. Okay? I've never asked anybody to pay for my health care. Obamacare I thought was illegal to begin with, and then when the Supreme Court did something that I never thought I'd see them do, they actually changed Obamacare to make it legal, and I'm like, you guys are supposed to tell us what the law is, not make the fucking law. So, but yeah. No, Colin, I seen the other day there's the original headstone of Thomas Jefferson is in, I think it's Thomas Jefferson, is at the I think the University of Missouri, I think. And they went in there the other day and they put some kind of lucite cover over it to protect it because people's been trying to vandalize it. So, it's just yeah. It's crazy, man. These people just they want to dismantle history, and they don't know what history is. They don't know anything about it. And it just they talk about Hickory, Andrew Jackson. They want to pretty much delete him from everything. What they don't know is that he personally helped to save this country twice. I mean, once in the Revolutionary War, and then in the War of 1812. And if you go in, look in history and see what he did, he pretty much saved this country twice. from being overtaken by Great Britain. So, you know, was he racist? You know, who cares? He made sure our country stayed our country. So, you know, I can't fault him for that. So it is what it is. Those are just some of my viewpoints. You might know a little more about me now. I don't know. Maybe you didn't want to know a little bit more about me. I don't know. But I know. Yeah, I hear you, Bob. Yeah, he was different. He was he was just a good old country boy that loved his country. Yeah, Colin, I got no use for none of them. And whenever people write that BLM, to me that means Blue Lives Matter. I don't even look at the black. It's just Blue Lives Matter to me. I'll tell you, as an old hippie, I got hassled by the law quite a bit. I've been pulled over before. I've been put in a car before. I've had drugs on me, and the cops knew I had drugs, and all they had to do was search me. But mostly, I got out of all of that, not because I pulled a gun or resisted, but because I said, yes, sir, no, sir, thank you, sir. You know, if you say that, 9 times out of 10, them cops are going to let you go. Just show them a little respect, be courteous, and they'll let you slide 9 times out of 10. I don't care who you are. And it got me out of kept me out of a lot of trouble when I was young. And Lord knows, they had rights to bust me several times, but they didn't. And that's just the way I look at it. Even to this day, a cop pulls me over, which has been several years now since one pulled me over, but yes, sir. No, sir. Right here, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. That's just, and a little courtesy, and that's something my mother taught me, man. She always taught me respect for the police. Be courteous. Don't disrespect them. And so I never did. My brother, on the other hand, he was just the opposite. I can't tell you how many times the cops pistol whipped his ass in the back of a car just because he was an asshole, and he deserved every one of them. But he was just a pure asshole to the police. But to me, I never had any problems. They'd pull me over, throw me in their car, whatever. But I never. Thank you, sir. I'm leaving now. Goodbye, sir. No, Bob, that's another thing I'm wondering is places like Seattle and Portland, when all those cops decide to leave, what are they going to do then? Because I'm really looking forward to a mass exodus of police from Portland and Seattle, places like that. A good cop can go just about anywhere and get a job. Hell, they're hiring cops here in this city now. So what are they going to do when they have no cops on the beat? Have no cops at all, because they're all left. And I really look for that to happen pretty soon. Yeah, Colin, that was a more political thing than anything, though, wasn't it? When you had the IRA and all that. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a different world we live in today, people. Just a different world. And that's another thing. It just makes me think, every day that Biden decides to speak, which ain't very often, he says it's Trump's fault all these people died because of this Chinese disease. Oh, okay, in the first place, Trump ain't no fucking doctor. And he wasn't waiting on these people. He didn't tend to them, okay? He didn't bring the disease into the country. So how the fuck is it his fault? And when he banned the Chinese from coming in, which he did that back in February, I think, they called him fucking sexist, racist, misogynist, whatever the fuck they called him. One of them ist words. And I'm like, what the hell, man? And then whenever Biden says anything that, if he says anything about how he would have treated the situation, Trump has already done all of that. So what the hell is he supposed to do? I don't know. It's just it's a crazy world out there, and we can't win. We can't lose. We're gonna lose if the Democrats get elected. We're gonna lose then. I know that. So y'all think what do y'all think? That's just my opinion, and I don't know. No, Terry, it's sex, drugs, and rock and roll. What the hell is wrong with you, man? You've been with me long enough to know that. Fuck a bunch of peace and love. We need sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So, yeah, me too, Josh. What the fuck, man? She got to come in here and fuck with us. She's at work, but I think she starts at 9. But I think she goes in early just so she can fuck with me. But that was a nice play, though, Josh. I thought you went to work, Terry. Well, that's her name. Unless we're doing a film, if we're doing a video, then when we roll the credits, she's the old lady. So anyways, Terry or the old lady, that's what she's called. Well, thank you, Mitch. The 90s. God, I don't even remember the 90s. What the hell happened in the 90s? I know to me the 80s was the worst decade for music in the world. The 90s, I don't remember anything about the 90s. I was working too much. But I appreciate the super chat from over the big pond there. Thank you very much. Yeah, Ron, this voter fraud is something. Yeah. And all these damn mail-in ballots, I'm not with that. I have never been fond. I've never been fond of absentee ballots. Never. And I understand there's, if you're over in bumfuck Egypt in the service somewhere, then you have a valid reason to file an absentee ballot. Okay, I understand that. But this bullshit about early voting, I never liked that. You want to vote? Go to the fucking polls on election day and vote. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to vote fucking September for an election. It ain't happening until November. What happens if you vote for the motherfucker and he dies? Then who gets your vote then? The dead son of a bitch? That just, now we're going to make him the president, the dead guy, right? That just makes no sense to me. I never understood that. I can go to the grocery store and I can buy a gallon of milk. Then I can go to the goddamn polls and vote for who I want to vote for. That's the way I look at it. Oh, is that where grunge came from, Tom? The only thing I remember about grunge was Neil Young joined one of those bands and did a couple of songs. That's the only thing I remember, because I didn't like most of that music. No, just didn't care for it. Oh, Colin, I'm not even going to talk about Harris. That bimbo is just, she's out there, man. She's just out there. I don't know how she could, during their debates, the Democratic debates, she was probably harder on Biden than anybody was. And yet, he's going to make her the vice president. That just makes no sense. So, anyways, oh, McDave, I appreciate that. Hey, you can disagree with me. That's fine. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me. I like a good argument. And I'm one of those people that, I know there ain't very many of us out there, but I'm one of those people that think I can get along with you just because you think different than I do. I mean, hell, I get along with my sister, and my God, nobody thinks more different than her. I mean, she doesn't even know what politics is. So we all have our right to view life the way we want to view it. And that, uh it is what it is. Yeah, Bob, that's getting harder to do though, man. It's getting really hard to do. Like I say, I'm not going to wear this hat out in public. Now, I can wear it in here and I can protect myself in my house. But I don't want to go through the problems of it outside. What's he do, Mitch? Sit around and play video games all day? Bob, I just don't want. I don't want to hassle. I don't want to be shot. I don't want to be mugged. I just, I'm too damn old for that shit, man. I'm just too damn old for that. Oh yeah, Colin. When he did that, I was like, man, this world just went up the fucking deep end. That was just ridiculous. If you're going to bring up abortion, that brings me to another topic that I could have added to the nice list, but I didn't. They're afraid that if you get a liberal court in there, they're going to overturn Roe v. Wade. And then women's going to lose all their rights to their body. They're going to lose all their reproductive rights. Well, first off, let me tell you, if you don't want to have a baby, then don't go out and have sex. If you don't have sex, then you won't have a baby. And then you won't have to have that baby aborted. It's plain and fucking simple. So how is abortion a woman's reproductive right? That has never made sense to me. But that's as far as I'm going to go with that. But yeah, because I didn't want to get off into that tonight. I just didn't do it. I just didn't want to do it. So I don't know. We get into abortion. That's a touchy subject, and I don't mind arguing politics and shit, but people don't understand the abortion argument. Mine's simple, You don't want to get pregnant, don't fuck. That's all there is to it, Buy you a fucking dildo, man. That's just the way I look at it. So, reproductive rights. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And that's another thing. How you reproducing something you just got fucking rid of? You ain't reproducing anything. Shut the fuck up. Okay, I think I rambled enough. Y'all heard, y'all know pretty much what I think. Hey, you got any more questions? Let me know. I'll try to give you an answer. But that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Well, almost. I mean, that's just part of me in a nutshell, but all right, let me get another beer, and I'll tell you a quick story here. Well, it ain't a quick story because I'm telling it. So just hold on. Let me get a beer. This is a story that it's rather long, but bear with me. It's like all my stories are long. I used to tell Zachary this story, and I used to try to explain to him the importance of it. And I don't know if he ever got the full meaning of it or not. When I was in high school, I went down to Florida and I spent a month down there with my aunt and uncle. And my uncle was he was a plasterer, and he was a part-time bass guide down in the Everglades. And he caught some hellacious fish. But I went to work with him one day. He took me to work one day, and where he was working on this house, and there's a canal back there that you could fish at, and so Jack took me to the job site, and I could fish the canal that day while he was working. Well, I caught a big old catfish that day, and the thing, when I carried it back up to the house, it went from my waist to the ground. His tail drug the ground. This fucking thing was huge. And I'm like, I'm 6'1" now, and I was a sophomore, junior in high school then. So, I was probably close to 6 foot. This is a big ass catfish. And he had this old black guy laboring for him. And I showed Jack my fish, and I showed it to that laborer, and he was flipping out over it. And I asked the dude, do you want this? He said, oh, yeah. And he looked at Uncle Jack and he said, Master Jack, can I have that fish? And Jack said, well, yeah, you can have it. And every time he addressed my uncle, it was Master Jack. Master Jack. That's all he called him. Now, this was back in the real early 70s. And this man was probably 60 or better. And I used to tell Zachary, I said, it wasn't being racist, him calling Jack master, because that's the way he was raised. And the way he was raised, that's the way he grew up. That's the way he lived his life. And so he probably called, everybody he labored for that was a white person was Masser. I don't know, but I'm just assuming. And I said, I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm just saying it was a different time then. And that's the way things were done. That's the way people thought. And it's not, you can't fault the laborer. You can't fault my uncle. My uncle never told him to call him master. The guy did it because that's the way he was raised in his life. And so, I'm like, I told Zachary that thing for years. And, oh, Tom, they were both, man. Yeah, they were both. So, yeah, I'm like, what the hell, man? So, anyways, anything else y'all want to talk about other than politics? Yeah, Colin, I come from a long line of plasterers. Yeah, there was a lot of them in my family. Yeah, my old man, my grandfather, I don't know how many uncles. Noble Johnny, I love duck. I've not done a duck video yet. I really need to do that. Uh, I really need to do a duck video, but the problem is ducks are so damn expensive, man. A fucking duck here run me $15 to $23. And I'm like, what the hell, man? But yeah, I love duck, man. Yeah, Colin, I told that to Zachary so many times, just trying to impress upon him that it was just a different time. We lived in a different time then, and things were different. It wasn't right, wrong, or indifferent. Who got that right, McDave? Noble Johnny, one year, I was down here at my sister's, and it was on a Thanksgiving weekend, and Wednesday night we were all me and Terry and Karen Ronnie were sitting around a table, and I had a baseball card shopped in. Me and Ronnie had a baseball card shopped in, and we were sitting around a table going to baseball cards one night before Thanksgiving, and Karen said she was hungry, and everybody else said, yeah, they could use something to eat. And Karen says, well, I'm going to make something. And I tell you, it took about 90 minutes, if it took that long. She stuck a duck in the microwave and a pecan pie in the oven. She microwaved a fucking duck. Like, man. And I'll never forget, that was one of the best meals we ever ate at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. That was just unreal. I don't know, Josh. I'm kind of fond of those frozen ducks I buy at the store. I but yeah, duck is some good food. If you never had a duck, man, yeah, get you some. And Josh, I've had wild duck before, and my God, those things were nasty. They smelled too bad to even cook. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's something, but with the guys when they cleaned them or whatever. But yeah, me and Karen got us some wild duck here once where guys went out and cleaned them and shot them, and my God, they were so fucking nasty. We couldn't even cook them. No, Tom. A goose is a whole lot more greasier. You have to prick a goose before you cook it. A duck, you really don't have to, but a goose, you got to prick the whole outside of its skin just to get some of that grease out of it. 'Cause a goose is a fatty ass bird, man. It's tasty as fuck, though, man. Tasty as fuck. But it's even more expensive than a damn duck is if you can even find a goose. I know, Bob. That is a problem. Yeah, Josh, you ever had a wild duck though, man? Like I say, I don't know if these guys just fucked it up or what, but man. Yeah, lamb is good. I love lamb, but Terry don't care for it. So when I buy lamb chops, and they're just for me because Terry won't eat it. I don't know what's up with her. She won't eat lamb. She'll eat fucking broccoli, but she won't eat lamb. That just makes no sense. There's a lot of foods that I eat that Terry won't eat, and there's a lot of foods that she eats that I won't eat. And since I do all the cooking, uh, I try to make shit that both of us will eat. And I know, Noble. I thought about that last weekend, and I've been thinking about it this week. I've got an idea for a video this week, but it doesn't include the Blackstone. But yeah, I need to get that thing out and do something else on it. I need to show it some love. I've been spending too much time with that damn Weber. Uh, but yeah, I was thinking about that the other day about making something on that thing, and I was like, damn it, I got to cook on something on there. So I may do that pretty soon. We'll see what happens. I don't use it as much as I should, but I love it, man. I love it. Uh, Bob, if you can stand the temperature outside, then your Blackstone can handle it. That's the bad thing about me is I hate winter so bad. Like I say, I got my jacket on now, and it's fucking September. You know, by the time December rolls around, you know, I'm going to have 4 jackets on. And so I don't want to stand outside and cook on that thing. But no, it's going to work just fine. And I've cooked on mine in the winter before, you know. Lep lives up there in Cleveland and he cooks on his year round. But I think he's inside though. I think he's got an indoor thingy. But yeah, yeah, temperature ain't no thing. You know, may use a little more gas just to get it hot, but you know. Yeah, speaking of towns, Colin, I seen where Justin Towns Earl died a week or so ago. And that was kind of sad. I never did see the final cause of death, but like me and Zachary was talking, it was either I figured drugs or a heart attack. And, I know he'd been clean for a while, but he'd been an addict for so many times that you know. But yeah, that was sad to see him go. I know, Bob. I saw that first thing this morning when I got out of bed. I was never a big football fan, but I remember that movie Brian song uh, from the late '60s, early '70s, and that was a good movie. And yeah, that made me think of that, and that was kind of sad. And I didn't know he was ill, but I guess he died from dementia. You know, that's fucked up. Yeah, Josh, whenever we lose somebody that we like, it's a sad day. It really is. I like Charlie for years, man. I started listening to Charlie back in I think '72 when he did Uneasy Rider. I think it was '72. Uh but yeah, that's when I started listening to him. And he was another one. I mean, through the years, he got more political, and but his politics was something that I could appreciate. And he got patriotic, and he started doing stuff for veterans, and you know, stuff like that. And so, you know, I could appreciate that. Yeah, Bob, I bet they are, man. I bet they are for sure. Yeah. Colin, uh I'm not hip to none of that. Fuck a bunch of name changing. I don't agree with any of that. We've got sports teams that they've had the same name since they started. Don't change it because we're a systemic racist fucking society. That's bullshit. You know, I don't agree with none of that. No. Noble, There ain't enough cumin in this world to satisfy my kitchen. Yeah, if you've ever watched any of my videos where I use cumin, you'll see. Yeah, I use a ton of cumin, and I use it in a lot of stuff. But no, I'm not. I'm not a fan of changing names. That's just something I was thinking about the other day. Talking about this being a systemic racist country. Coca-Cola. Have a Coke and a smile, you know? Let's make the world a better place, you know, all this bullshit, the fucking polar bears. Everybody knows what Coca-Cola is. Do you know who started Coca-Cola? Who fucking invented Coca-Cola? Do you know? If not, I'm going to tell you. Okay, nobody knows, so I'm going to tell you. A Confederate soldier. Let me repeat that. A Confederate soldier invented Coca-Cola. He was wounded during the Civil War, and he got hooked on whatever the fuck they gave him back in them days, laudanum, opium, whatever. And he had to get off the shit. So he put a little cocaine in some fucking water and mixed it with some fucking vanilla and whatever and came up with Coca-Cola. So now, since he was a Confederate, should Coca-Cola be banned? Should we shut that fucking racist company down? I'm just wondering. I'm just throwing that out at you. You don't have to believe me. Go check your Google and your fun facts and all that. But yes, a Confederate soldier invented Coca-Cola. So yeah, if we got to change the Washington Redskins name, then we have to ban Coca-Cola. That's just the way I look at it. So. Josh, they were just here last weekend. I don't know if they'll be back next week or not. Next, I'll send you a message next time I see they're coming and see what you can do for that. But yeah, I wanted to go last weekend. I just didn't have the money to go do it. And something told me I was between paychecks. So I was like, damn, man, I knew they were going to come. Because I got my Social Security check today, but something told me that they were going to come last weekend, and they did. So. I know, Tom, that reparations is so much bullshit. I'll tell you what, you show me a slave from the 1860s, and I'll pay that motherfucker reparations. I ain't paying nobody that was born in 2000 no reparations. That ain't fucking happening. That's just ridiculous. I didn't even look, Josh, to see what they had. I didn't look to see if they had any crawfish or not. If they do, it's gonna be frozen tails. But I know they got crawfish boudin. I do know that. But crawfish, I don't know. I know they got fresh oysters. And I know we had their oysters once. We got their oysters once on the half shell, and they were really good. I know, Colin. I'm one of those people that, if I'm going to take a knee, it's going to take a knee to God. I ain't taking a knee to my flag. I ain't doing that. I'm a veteran. I ain't kneeling to that flag. Yeah, Johnny, a Blackstone makes those good. Those are a Blackstone's made just for that. That or an omelet that makes a great breakfast. You can do stir fries. You can do all kinds of shit on there, man. But yeah, it makes a good cheesesteak. All right, y'all. I'm fixing to get out of here. I just thought I'd get on and let you know what I thought this year's election's all about. We got to keep the president in the office. We got to keep the Senate in the office, and hopefully get that House back and get that bitch Pelosi out of there, man. That is one scumbag piece of shit. Yeah, Josh, hell yeah, we're always ready. And like I said before, from the very beginning, I really don't care for Oriental food, and I don't drink Corona beer. So I ain't afraid of this fucking Chinese disease. So yeah, we're always up for company here, man. We always got a place to sit and eat. Colin Michael Savage, I don't know who that is, but Mark Levin, I've been watching him for years. Yeah. So yeah, Josh, next time I see the seafood company in here, I'll send you a message. Y'all, I'm gonna get out of here for the night. And probably head to bed pretty soon. I don't know what the hell. I'll drink a few beers tonight. So, y'all know some of my viewpoints on life. Some you may not have cared for, but it is what it is. So, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Stay safe. That's the main thing, man. Stay safe. And we'll probably come back next week on a Wednesday. I like doing this on a Wednesday. So y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.